Hi everyone, welcome back to Freddo at Night, a more serious segment of my channel where we discuss more serious things and stuff that not everyone dare to say. Can you imagine someone snapping your picture on the toilet and sharing it online without your consent? Or a picture of you when you're partially nude, or when having a meltdown, or when you're basically at your most vulnerable? Or would you be okay with someone maybe even sharing your personal details online, your name, where you live, even your weight, and then have strangers comment on it? No, you can't imagine that being done to you, right? It's illegal. Unfortunately, a huge portion of our society is treated exactly like this, as if they had no rights at all. I'm speaking about kids. In this episode, I'll keep most of the names and identities of people featured blurred out. I respect the fact that this is a sensitive subject, so I don't want my video to send any trolls to their accounts. I am also not about exposing kids to more harm, so we will keep it today as anonymous as possible. When asking parents why do you share your kids' pictures on social media, I'm always met with a bit of defensive attitude. There is always an excuse that follows. I have only my friends and family on my profile. My account is set to private. I do it because we live abroad and that's how I keep my family updated. I even heard something like, get off your high horse, who cares about your kids? I found this thread on Facebook. It is actually a group based in Cyprus, and there was a discussion about exactly that. Should parents share their kids' pictures online? Here are some of the answers. I personally do post pictures in order to keep my family abroad updated about my child. I keep my Facebook security tightly controlled though, and only friends, not even all my friends on Facebook, can see the photos. Another comment, we live in a world where sharing photos, videos online is normal. If someone wanted to take photos of you or your children with the purpose of abuse, they would have done so even if you don't post online. I post myself, and for me it's normal to post my child too. I share educational information which has helped other moms, so my experience has been positive so far. What you believe is for you and should not force your opinion on others. True, I'm not forcing my opinion, I'm just here to give you some information. Another comment, my Facebook page isn't for everyone. I have 260 people added as friends, which most of them are my family and very chosen friends. I have no issue posting my kids' photos. Very recently they tried to kidnap a little girl. That family doesn't own Facebook pages. I have very different opinion than yours. That doesn't make you or me a better parent, just different. There were of course moms who were against posting their kids' pictures online, and one comment stood out to me because this mom has done her research and is clearly aware of all the dangers of the sick online world. Her comment says, interesting topic and not spoken about enough. I personally don't post my children's pictures, updates about them on my social media accounts for various reasons, including 1. Respect towards my children. They are not old enough to make an informed decision about whether they'd like their images and life online and to understand the risks that come with it. 2. Safety. At the end of the day, you don't know who's looking at your updates. Even if you have set your privacy settings only to your friends or even only certain people to see your updates, you never know who has a twisted mind and who will misuse your photos. 3. Another safety matter, your account or your friend's account might be hacked by someone with twisted mind, and the pictures that seem innocent might be misused in the most horrible and disturbing ways. 4. I personally wouldn't want my parents to share my life online. This is my personal opinion, and I understand if other parents think differently. Unfortunately, in Cyprus, because it's a small island, there is this preconceived notion that those problems are not ours, that we are somehow immune to it. This state of mind could be very dangerous. Online world has no borders, no limits. Just because you tag your location with a Cyprus pin doesn't mean online predators won't pursue your content. You are not an exception, your account is not an exception, your child, unfortunately, is not an exception. There are accounts out there where the adult doesn't post their own pictures, but it's full of their kids' pictures. So you want to stay private and not paste your face all over social media, but share your kids' whole life out there. Okay. Makes sense. Anyway, let's talk about who are the online predators that pursue kids-related content exactly. It can be anyone. That's why an excuse that you have only a couple hundred friends and family members is so weak. Thinking that a family friend, an uncle, distant cousin couldn't possibly be one of them is just delusional. Your job as a mom, as a dad, is to think about those things, worry about those things. It is uncomfortable, it is upsetting to think about, but it comes with the job of a parent. Your kids shouldn't worry about it, you should. YWCA quotes these statistics. Mind you, it's upsetting. Here are American statistics. A common myth is that child sexual abuse is perpetuated by strangers and pedophiles, but most people who sexually abuse children are our friends, partners, family members, and community members. About 93% of children who are victims of sexual abuse know their abuser. Less than 10% of abused children are abused by a stranger. The numbers are slightly lower for Europe, but similar. In Europe, about 1 in 5 children are estimated to be victims of some form of sexual violence, and between 70 and 85% of child victims know their abuser. 1/3 of abused children never tell anyone about the abuse. And even if it was 50-50, would you flip a coin on it? Here are some other statistics for you. 96% of people who abuse children are male, 76% are married men, and 76.8% of people who abuse children are adults. If you are still at this point of this video reluctant to believe the importance and gravity of this situation, here is a headline for you. Instagram's recommendation algorithms are promoting pedophile networks. A joint investigation by academics and the Wall Street Journal shows how Instagram's algorithms promote networks of accounts sharing child abuse material. This is an article from 7th of June, so it's like now. The article continues. Accounts found by the researchers are advertised using blatant and explicit hashtags. I am not going to read those hashtags, I'm blurring them out as well. They offer menus of content for users to buy or commission, including videos and imagery of self-harm and bestiality. When researchers set up a test account and viewed content shared by these networks, they were immediately recommended more accounts to follow. As the WSJ reports, following just a handful of these recommendations was enough to flood the test account with content that sexualizes children. Researchers were shocked at how far it has gotten and what scale this was operating on. Of course, Meta immediately came out with a statement that they are looking into it, creating a task force that will investigate this horrific crime. Now, after it has gone too far, how was this missed? And I put it in air quotes because it wasn't. This type of content has been discussed. Many YouTubers and media outlets have reported on this issue. It used to be a huge issue on Twitter, where accounts with pizza emoji in them would just calmly exist and do their thing, exchanging the cheese pizza in private messages and so on. Of course, then Elon Musk happened, and this issue was one of the first issues he tackled. Look at this tweet. Today, the WSJ and Stanford Internet Observatory released important research showing pedophiles use Instagram to share material. We're happy that Stanford and WSJ followed our steps in working on this critical issue. As an independent researcher with my team, we showed how Twitter 1.0 ignored CSAM on its platform. With Twitter 2.0, we had the privilege to help, and now the platform owned by Elon Musk for less than 1 year is among the safest for children. So yeah, I love a good defense of we didn't know, we will take care of it, but I want to talk about why do parents have the need to post their kids online. I am sure it comes from a very innocent headspace mostly. My baby is cute, let me show it off. It's a thing. Parents like to show off with their kids. We see them as the smartest, the cutest, the most amazing, but the creeps out there, they don't save your kids' pictures because they're cute. It's because they find them arousing. It's f***ing tough to hear. Believe me, it's even tougher for me to say. Please look at this video. This woman works in the sex industry and she lays it out as raw as it gets.
Maybe if you hear from someone in the actual sex industry, y'all will actually listen. Stop posting videos of your children and your young animals eating weird things, making weird sounds while they're eating. Stop posting your children in their diaper only. Stop posting your children in the bathtub. Stop posting your animals licking you. Like, dude, those videos go viral for a reason and not the reason you think. You think it's going viral because, oh my God, they love the face that my baby made when they ate this lemon. Oh my God, they love how much my dog was just licking my kneecap for no fucking reason. No, bro. Those are creeps who are liking and sharing and saving those videos, especially when it comes to your children, because you're allowing your children to be sold and you don't even know it. A video of your baby eating a lemon for the first time, or eating a banana, or trying something and they're like, that's gonna get sold. Videos of your baby in the bath time splashing off, fucking off, doing weird things, posting your baby in their diaper and their diaper only. It doesn't matter if the baby is male or female. Like, dude, I just seen a video of a baby girl, wasn't nothing but like maybe a year old, was in a diaper, no top, eating some weird food, and she was like, Imagine a grown woman doing that. That's how predators feel. They get the same tingles in their body when babies do that. Stop posting that shit, dude.
Here are some comments on the video. They know. I saw a mom literally respond to a comment saying it's not her responsibility what they do with the videos once she posts them. I even stopped posting my babies to my private Facebook because yes, I know everyone on there, but I don't really know them. Let me make one thing very clear. This episode is not about victim blaming for sure, but comments from parents stating, I'm not the problem, it's the predators that are sick and need to be dealt with. I hear you, but if you post your kid eating a banana, get thousands of comments and likes from grown-ass men, and this doesn't make you stop and wonder, then you are the problem. Those creeps online make it their life mission to find this content. They don't stop, it's their calling. And as soon as they find the picture or the video they need, it goes on sale in their networks. And a lot of parents, for some reason, don't accept it as reality. I personally shared my concerns about children's safety online and had people block me over it. They prefer to shut me out and continue doing what they're doing. Euronews Next wrote, according to different studies, the average child has their picture shared online 1,300 times before the age of 13. That's before they are even authorized to create their own social media profile on Facebook or Instagram. But the worst disease are the family influencers accounts. Accounts that solely and intentionally promote their children for financial gain. So-called mommy-run accounts, where the kids become content for the audience to enjoy, while the parents cash the checks for various product collaborations. So-called sharenting, a wordplay connecting share and parenting to describe this activity. Those accounts, of course, exceed the 1,300 statistic. Those kids have their whole lives turned into content. It is absolutely disgusting. It is essentially pimping your kids online. You might think I'm being harsh here. Stay with me for the rest of the video. Harsh is not even close. Check what Erin Monroe, online activist against child exploitation, had to say.
I got into it last night with a couple of moms on the internet and I was blocked. There's this new trend with the babies and the foot and the phone thing, and I'll try to tag the song that everybody's using it for. Other moms are pointing out in the comments the alarming number of saves on these videos. And someone had all of the audacity to comment, most of it is just other moms who think it's really cute. Here's my hot take that got me blocked. If your video has 5,000 saves and 4,999 of those are just well-meaning moms who think your baby is adorable, but one is a predator, that should be enough for you to stop using your baby as content. All it takes is one predator and your baby ends up on the dark web, and you don't think it happens? It happens. Babies, toddlers, children are not content. Stop using your kids as content. This is a hill I'm willing to die on.
But sharenting goes even further than that. There are parents that sell exclusive video and photo content of their kids to strangers on the internet. Please look at this. It's fucking insane.
Earlier this year, I exposed that some of these mummy ran account people are taking it a step further by creating entire magazines that feature their young daughters.
Magazines? You've created an entire magazine featuring probably just images of your child who's 13?
And I thought it was a one-off until I stumbled across this.
Because I came across another one, and this child's even younger. This little girl is 11.
And I guess that was a top seller because they created another one, Volume 2, with images such as this of this 11-year-old child. And stay with me because I'm going to show you that these parents know exactly who they are selling to. But this was the post. Love, kisses, and Valentine's wishes. Guess what's ready? It's my Valentine's gift to you. To who, I wonder? To your almost 85% male following on the photo app. These parents know exactly what they are doing. They are catering their content to predators online.
There is also a story where influencer mom had someone contact her and appear at her doorstep. A stranger came to her house, knocked on her door, and demanded to see her kids. I'll link this story in the description. But if this isn't the most terrifying scenario for a parent, I don't know what is. The point here is that if you share your kids' pictures that can give away clues as to where you live, which school your child goes to, what's your neighborhood or house looks like, any stranger can find it like that. If this doesn't make you want to delete your social media channels, I mean, my hands are tied. We are the parents. Our life mission is to take every possible measure to protect our kids. Except for all the real dangers from predators, there is also something called human decency, respect, and dignity when it comes to raising your kids. There are parents who post their kids' tantrums online, their kids' vulnerable moments, and use it for educational content. There are parents of disabled children who constantly post things about them saying, it's for spreading awareness. But really, it's to make money off of this content, of course. I want us to hear it straight from Morgan Foley, who is on the spectrum and has a lot to say about it.
Parents of autistic children should not be filming their child having a meltdown and putting it on the internet. A video just popped up on my For You page of a little girl. She seemed like she was like 8 or 9 years old, and she was autistic and she was having a meltdown. And it was on her mom's page, and it was very clear that she was overwhelmed and having a meltdown, and the mom just filmed it and put it on social media. And the caption was something like the realities of autism or autism awareness or something like that. And oh my God, no, is that not okay for so many reasons? First off, if you're putting that on social media, you're doing that for yourself. You are saying, look at me, look at how hard my life is because I'm taking care of my autistic child. That is not spreading autism awareness. That is spreading the idea that autism is this horrible, terrible thing. And people might say, oh, but like we need to see like all of autism for like full awareness. Yes, that is right. That's a good point. But a parent should not be taking advantage of their child in that way. The child does not have any consent about that. When that child grows up and they apply for a job, that video might come up. There's a complete difference between a parent filming their child and putting that on the internet and me, as an autistic adult, having complete control over my social media, deciding to film myself having a meltdown and putting that on the internet. Do you see the difference? Now, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely a space for parents of autistic children within the autism community. But putting a video of your child having a meltdown is not okay. There's a line there. If you want to go and talk about autistic meltdowns, go right ahead. You don't need to use your kid having a meltdown as like clickbait for your video.
I've seen a lot of parents posting intimate, private details of their children's lives. Them on the toilet, them being sick, them being in a hospital. Just think if someone was doing it to you. Mom Uncharted sums it up perfectly. And by the way, I encourage you to follow her on social media. She is fighting against child exploitation every day.
Parents, before you post a video like this publicly about your child, this caption, your child's face, and then an x-ray after, think, would I as an adult...
By the way, the caption says, daughter having nothing but blood when she pooped. Amazing.
Want somebody to take a photo or a video of me without my knowledge or consent and post my intimate medical details on the internet publicly? If the answer is no, don't do it to your kid.
Simple as that. So about 2 months ago, legislation has been passed in the French National Assembly that could see parents banned for sharing photos of their children on social media. The bill would allow courts to prohibit parents from posting images of their youngsters online, with both parents being held responsible for their children's image rights. The same article says, parents need to be aware of the risks involved, especially regarding ethics or stealing images for malicious purposes online. Bruno Studer, the French politician behind the bill, has highlighted that 50% of photos innocently shared on social media end up on child sex forums. Here is your coin flip. And I'm just going to add here, it doesn't matter how old is your child, if it's a boy or a girl, if it's dressed up or in a swimsuit, the sickos out there will take it all. There recently was a German forum discovered where pictures of kids were shared in various threads. One of them was clothed. So yeah, there isn't a safe picture. In Cyprus, we don't talk about sharenting nearly enough. Most of the articles I found are about online safety of kids using the internet, not about their parents posting their images without consent. I found only one old article on Cyprus News Report that states, take Facebook as a social medium similar to a cafe on a high street. Would you stand up in a cafe and show pictures of minors to all the strangers in the place? It's illegal in the first place to show pictures of minors in any media context, and just asking for the wrong type of attention in the social context. The article warns the readers and mentions online predators collecting minors' pictures, and then says that if you, for example, want to show off with your kids' schoolwork, accomplishments, and so on, there is a way to do it safely. And of course, remember not to ever share on social media which school your kid goes to. Children's accomplishments could be illustrated in ways that don't include their photo if they are under 17 years old, the age of consent in Cyprus. The idea is not to be rigid, but to behave as you would in any social context. Be yourself, but be careful of what you expose to a large group of people. I am always shocked at the parents' ignorance, even when they know this serious issue exists. It's so simple to just not post that picture, to not put your child at risk, especially when the stakes are so high. With the technology and resources we have today, stay aware that we share this online space with the sickest minds on the planet. People who will use the favoring Instagram algorithm to pursue their sick fantasies. They will also use, for example, AI, so easily accessible these days, to create horrible images using your kids' pictures. It is always better to take steps to prevent it. I am curious to see your thoughts in the comments. Check some more of my videos right here, and please subscribe to my channel to never miss daily Freddo or Freddo at Night episodes. That's all for today. Have a good one.